there's something that Kasser in War and War says. So in War and War, there's just to give a little background. Yes. Corin finds manuscript, and there's a little bit of debate about whether the manuscript is real or not. And I'm not sure if the manuscript is real. Corin does find a manuscript, and in the manuscript it's a story about four characters that travel through time, and one of them is Kasser. And Kasser says at some point, pure love is resistance, and it is characteristic of lonely people. I wonder if you can talk a little about that sentence. So I repeat it. Pure love.
Not every sentence is absolutely ununderstandable for me. But this is a very risky question, because this sentence I wrote when I was in a very deep love with somebody, and the love is always short, and this sentence stood in the book, and I'm in a big disturbance. What can I say now about love, like the purest form of the resistance? Because I thought, when I was in deep love with somebody, that in the love, the love is the only possibility to be really free. Because if you are really love somebody, it's absolutely not interesting. Nothing is interesting. Only this feeling and an absolutely different world. You cannot bear actually the world with laws and with these conditions, and the real life is almost unbearable. That was my case, and I thought that the love, really, the only form of the human being to show a feeling which is not so animalistic, you know, because the love was for me some very spiritual, absolutely not something with body. Every other feeling, a normal love. This is a part of our life, okay. But this highest level of love, this is a very spiritual thing, and the freedom and the love contacted very close to each other. I thought it, but I am now without advice.
There's a move in your novels from large cast of characters in Satantango and the Melancholy of Resistance, and then in War and War now we're talking about smaller number of characters. And then there's a novel that has not been published in English yet, that I've read in Spanish. It's called To the North, the Mountain, and so on. And that novel doesn't have any characters. And it reminded me a little bit of this progression that in one of the interviews you said that you love looking out the window at the landscape out there, and it will be ruined once a human being will enter it. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about that.
I can repeat your sentence actually. Yes, when I was about 50, I thought that the nature is our enemy, and I cannot deal with something with the people who went into the nature, and they said, "Oh, this is so wonderful," and they walked in the nature, and everything, the highest point points were fantastic, and the deepest points were fantastic. For them, I was not a walker in the nature, but after a year in Japan, in Kyoto, my relation to the nature has elementary changed. I don't know how and why, but after that, I was one of them who loved very much the nature, and I told for my friends, for my family, that please come with me, because this mountain system here and there, so wonderful, please see that. And my children, for example, were absolute, it was absolutely ununderstandable for them what once again their father. Before that was absolutely different, and now we have to wonder the nature why. And I try to explain why, because I try to explain that my daughter, please stay here and look this wonderful valley. There are trees, and there is a wonderful creek with stones, wonderful stones, and behind the sea, a wonderful mountain around. It's so wonderful. This is actually, do you know what is it? And the daughter without advice, and I said, this is actually the paradise. Because the created world, without human being, actually this is the paradise. My daughter was a little bit unsure, but I tried to convince them. And after that, we stood really there in my Hungarian house, and we saw down the valley, and really, that was really fantastic, beautiful. And suddenly, from the right side, walked a man with his dog into the picture, and immediately was everything closed. Because the human being in the nature made and makes something. The human being brings a message which is really destroying the created world. And I am now very happy because I'm after a big trip in the canyons in the US, and so many beautiful canyons. Almost nobody was there. That was fantastic. And this is serious. I think really that the paradise is the created world without human, minus human. Paradise equal nature minus human.